Hi, Cancer. Aquarius season reading. All information to work with me one-on-one is below, as well as the extended reading will be there too. And yeah, Aquarius season, we're here. Fixed air. It feels like you may have had to forcibly let go this month. This doesn't happen a lot, but we have 2 cards in reverse. You have to let go of your perception of what work is. So as a Cancer, this is how I imagine a Cancer in their highest capability. And this, again, this is your highest potential. Well, as far as I can imagine, everyone's different. Or your nature. Like if you got really deep and down to your nature, you know how to draw things to you. You can start doing something, and if you just allowed, even if you allowed yourself to scan yourself, maybe meditate or like take a scan of your body and see where in your life you may be holding on at all, like anywhere, like wherever in your life, and scan even subconsciously if possible, right? Or allow whatever subconsciously is holding you back to come up so you can let it go. And even just energetically, when you're doing something, when you're wanting to do something, manifest something, make something work, whatever. Because then what happens is kind of what's happening now anyway. So what's happening now, what I'm being shown is that you're most likely being forced to let go, and it could be wherever Uranus is transiting you right now, because Uranus is in Taurus, and Mars will enter Taurus, Jupiter will enter Taurus, and then you'll next year. Anyway, so then we have the 9, the Ace of Pentacles, 9 of Swords, Ace of Pentacles. 9 of Swords has been a theme this month, and the Chariot. Hey. So what we can gather here is that you may have this moment, or few moments, few days, however long this lasts, even like if you're thinking about it over the course of this month, and this is an ongoing thing, you are seeing where maybe you're being forced to take a different route, where you realize that any kind of holding on that you do right now, any kind of, even if it's in form of you thinking it's protection or helping someone else, again, it doesn't look like I'm just gripping onto this thing or I'm stubborn in my head. It's like you may be wanting something or someone and it's just not working, and you think if you do this, it's not gonna work, because that's somewhat manipulative, let's be real. And we have to realize that that's not always gonna work. That only works when it works. The best way to describe it is when you let go, things that are supposed to work will work. Things that, it's not that those things aren't supposed to work, but even if you're trying and it's not working, it's like those other things were supposed to work. Those other things were supposed to happen. Now, if a Cancer just knows that, if you know that innately and you really take it into your life, this is probably something that can make you not only a lot of money, but a lot of opportunity to show your skills, a lot of opportunity that can be a long-term plan. A long-term opportunity. Because you understand how you work, and there's a few different things that you could be interested into right now. Interested in right now. And this especially can show you profit or ideas for profit or some kind of path, at least up until your season comes, and it shows there's like an expansion happening at this time. So whatever is leaving your life, even though this can be sometimes the scapegoat answer or whatever kind of answer, cliche, whatever's being let go of though is just preparing for other things to come in. And if you're just holding on to just subconscious stuff or holding on to and protecting things that aren't really there or not in your best interest. And it's just being taken from your life, or people are just like, there's a whole change up in your life in some area or in a few different, and there's just correlations between it, patterns between it. It's doing it what seems like for your greatest good. It's bringing you back to yourself. You may have been confused even with certain things. Could be a Taurus, but it could be someone who seemed to have you could have seemed to have even a certain perception about this person that needs like a facade. You know, something's coming out and you're like, oh, okay, I get it. I see that over there. And I'll walk this way. And you're also not afraid to be more vocal by the end of the month. I think by the end of the month, this is probably going to be a shorter reading for you because it's just super simple to the point. And I don't want to make anything more than it is for you. So you may be taking that information and utilizing it, right? So when you're speaking, you could be like, this month, speaking for you becomes more important. Like what you say, how you think, like you use in all the ways. So how you think, how you talk to yourself when you do, if you do, how you talk to other people, how you talk to your partner, how you just, your natural, whatever comes up, just recognize it. Just be aware of how that may be impacting even your life, how that could correlate to the day in a positive or a negative way, because that could always go up and down. I mean, you know, we're human, but the reason for it is that right now, specifically for you, there's just so much at your disposal. And if you utilize it or test some things out, then I think you could have and find something really amazing for yourself, or for the missing piece, or something to something bigger, or something that you've been doing for a while. Something just switches for you this month, and I think you're gonna like it. And I think you know how much you've been working as well. All right, we will, yeah. Also, it looks like some karma could be at play here too. All right, we will see you next month, Cancer.